Konnichiwa, hello and welcome. This is Roy at Ninja90, and today I will be reviewing the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Metallic Armor Black Ranger Adam figure. And yeah, this is a pretty cool figure, and I got some things to say about it. So, with that said, let's get started. And now, starting things off the box, because you know we gotta talk about really cool boxes on this channel, because unfortunately, I'm unable to keep the boxes because I only have my bedroom to live in and to store my stuff in. So, yeah, I don't have a whole lot of room for boxes, so I have to get rid of them. But anyway, going over the box, we have a really cool picture of the metallic armor Mighty Morphin Black Ranger right there, looking very glittery with the Mastodon helmet. We have the really shiny gold Mastodon eye right there. We have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers logo at the top side of the box. And of course we can see the Mastodon tusk on the side of the helmet. Of course we have the mouth guard we can also see very nicely. And we have the accessories inside of the box. We have the unmorphed Adam head. We have the Blade Blaster. Some people call them Power Blasters. It's not a Power Blaster. Power Blaster is the weapon they make when they combine like their main weapon. So that is a Blade Blaster. Power Blaster is a completely different weapon. We have the Zeo Christo for Zeo Ranger 4, which is eventually Adam, which will go to him. And we have the accessory that goes on the firing accessory that goes on to, well, it's an effect part that goes on to the Power Axe when it's in gun mode. And we have another cool picture of the metallic armor Mighty Morphin Black Ranger right there. And of course we have a warning label right there, choking hazard. So letting you know that this isn't edible, so don't look at this figure and get hungry and mistake it for a Snickers bar or a bag of Skittles or a Slim Jim or a bag of Doritos or McDonald's French fries, because yeah, it's not gonna go over so well in your stomach. So just keep that in mind. It's not edible, but I believe we all know that. And of course, the back of the box, we have a really cool picture of the figure in a cool pose with the Power Axe, with the Power Axe in gun mode with a really cool effect part on it. And yeah, we do have another attention danger, letting you know it's also a choking. It's still a choking hazard. Yeah, just letting you know, don't try to eat it. Reminding you again. And we do have the Hasbro logo yet again. The top of the box, nothing too interesting, just a bunch of black glitter, but it does not rub off, so that's good. It's not getting all over your fingers. It's just part of the box, technically. The bottom of the box, nothing too interesting, so that pretty much concludes it for the box. Now on to the figure. And now here we have the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Metallic Armor Black Ranger Adam figure here, right here before us in all of his Mighty Morphin Metallic Armor glory. As you can see, this is a really cool, well sculpted, well articulated figure. His color scheme is mostly black, of course. Very, very glittery and translucent. Really cool. Like I said in my last review, these remind me a lot of the Bandai America Fusion series Godzilla figures. You know how they're glittery and translucent, because that's what this reminds me of. Of course, this is from season 3 when they get the metallic armor from Ninja with their ninja powers. Which unfortunately we really never see too much again in the series, but would be really interesting to see that again. This is Adam, played by the late great Johnny Young Bosch, which is also the voice of very, very many anime characters. Technically, detail wise, like I said, he's mostly black because he's a Black Ranger. And of course, we do have the very metallic, well, almost silver, but it's more like a metallic white with the neck piece and the Ranger diamonds. Yes, I'm referring to the Japanese series, going across the chest and around the back. And we have the gloves and the boots, which are almost a very shiny silvery color, but they're actually more of a metallic white with the black diamonds, with the black diamond pattern. And we also have the really nice looking metallic armor mastodon helmet there, looking really nice. Look at that, very sharp, love it. Articulation, you can look up like that with the ball joint hinge on the neck. We can look down, we can look right, we can look left, and we can cranium revolve this all the way around a full 360, and the opposite way like he's on Wizards of Waverly Place. We also have a good ball joint in the top torso, so we can rock side to side, and we can also rotate him all the way around a full 360. And the opposite way, we have a really good butterfly joint in those shoulders, so we can bring those shoulders all the way back like so, and then back forward like so. We have a hinge joint in the shoulder as well, so we can bring those arms all the way up like so, and we can bring them back down. We can also swivel them all the way around a full 360. Same is true with the other arm. We have a double joint hinge in the elbows. Same is true with the other arm. We also have a bicep swivel. Swivel those biceps all the way around, full 360, like so. And we also have a swivel hinge in the wrists, so we can swivel those wrists all the way around, full 360, like so, and rock them forward and back on a hinge. Same is true with the other arm, so as you are witnessing, swiveling it around with the power axe, and we can bend it forward and back. And we also have really good articulation in the arms, so we can really get crazy with those poses, and we can cross his arms if we want to. So we can have Adam standing with his arms crossed, or we can put do the pose with his hand on the buckler marker like so, where they hold it like that sometimes in some scenes. And we can put his hands on his side. Like, you get like a good range of articulation with these figures. We can put him in a crazy pose. We could have, well, maybe have him grabbing his head like he's going insane, like he doesn't know what to do anymore. Like, you can really put these figures in some crazy poses. And that's one thing I really like about the Lightning Collection figures, is they have a really good articulation. More articulation than what I originally thought, and they're actually good figures. Although, like I said, on the aftermarket, they are kind of going up in price, so it's best to look for bundles, which I'm trying to do. Even though I know I'm ending up with some duplicates, because I just made another eBay haul, on the limited income that I have, but I got it for review on this channel. But also I'm doing Godzilla figures and other stuff as well. I can't get every single Lightning Collection figure. I really wish I could for a review on this channel. Also, I'm gonna try, if I can, do some stop motion and some creative stuff I have in mind as well. But Anyway, getting more into articulation and detail, we also have the belt with the Mastodon buckler morpher right there. As you can see, we have the Mastodon power coin in there. And of course, we have the holster for his blade blaster. Leg articulation, the hips are on ball joints, so we can split out about that much. We can't like do full-on splits, but we can split out good enough and bring it back. We can kick forward about that much, back down about that much. Same is true with the other leg, and back down. We have a double hinge joint in the knees, so we can bend them all the way back like so, and then back again. Yeah, we have a full 360 swivel in the boot as well, and we do have a pivot hinge in the feet as well, so we can swivel those feet all the way around a full 360 like so, like you are witnessing, and we can point them forward and back on the hinge joint. So that pretty much concludes it for articulation. So now let's get on to accessories and get a look at all the accessories he comes with. So let's get to it. And now for accessories, we have the unmorphed Adam Park civilian hand, which I will not be applying because I don't want to risk breaking the neck joint off. Although, like, it would be better to use my hair dryer and swap it out using some heat. I'm just not gonna do that on camera. Might do it later though, if I'm feeling a little bit more confident. We have the really cool effect part that goes on the power axe. To fire off the power axe, we have the Zeo Crystal for Zeo Ranger 4, which will eventually go to Adam. We have the Blade Blaster in a gun mode that we can put in the holster on the belt. And of course, we have these sort of semi-open hands. These are for when you have the power axe in gun mode, so you hold it in one hand and you rest it in the other. So I will demonstrate that soon. Well, I will demonstrate that next. So getting to the next scene. So let's get to it. And now for applying the accessories, like I said, I'm not swapping out the heads because I'm not risking breaking the neck joint like I did on my Lord Draken figure where I had to use super glue to repair it. But anyway, starting with the power axe here. Well, let's get the Blade Blaster. Let's see how it looks holding it first. So yeah, that's Adam with the Blade Blaster. Now we can take it out of his hand and put it in his holster here. We have the Zeo Crystal for Zeo Ranger 4, which would be green, so we can hold the Zeo Crystal if we want to, but let's just take that out. And we have the effect part for the power axe, and of course our moth breaker. We want to refer to it as the Japanese version of the power axe, but anyway, we have the semi-open hand. So what you want to do is you want to take this hand out, just be careful, and want to put this one in, slide that right on in there, and we want to put the power axe in gun mode. So this mechanism right here, the cock, slides, so we can put it that way and put it that way. So cock it this way, and right, it's kind of like a shotgun. I know it's kind of dangly in his hands, so probably because I had it stretched out from when I was holding the. There we go. That's better. And we want to bring it this way, and then rest it in this hand right there. Alright, that's better. And what I do is, okay, I want to get him to sort of get him in that firing pose. Like that. Take this effect part like so. And then if I can get it to stand properly. Alrighty. There you have it. Firing off that Power Axe. Look at that. Looking really cool. And he fell. Alright. Let's try one more time. That's there. Okay. Yeah, we got it. Now that's better. Look at that. Really cool. That is awesome. Let me take that out. Swap out the hands again. So. Oh boy. I don't want it to break. Put this back. So yeah. Now, if you're going to leave the Power Axe in, it's kind of, it's gonna stretch out the hand a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, yeah, that pretty much concludes my review for the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Metallic Armor Black Ranger. Now I will be getting into my final verdict and giving this figure a final score based on detail, articulation, and playability. So let's get to it. And now for my final verdict on the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Metallic Armor Black Ranger figure here. If I have to give this figure a final score based on detail, articulation, and playability, I have to give him a drum roll, please. A well-deserved, fair but square, knocked out of the park, 5 out of 5 stars. Why? Because this figure has really good detail, really good articulation, and playability is top-notch. So what I mean by that is show accurate detail is very good. Posability with this figure is really good. You can put this figure in various different poses and it holds together, which makes playability really good. So that means it has good joint tolerance, so it gets a pass on all 3 categories. So there's nothing too much negative I can say about this figure. If you are a Power Rangers fan, or you're just getting back into collecting Power Rangers like I am, I would say the Lightning Collection, especially the metallic armor figures, if you can get them in a complete bundle for a reasonable price, like I have. I got the whole bundle for approximately $150-ish. So that's not too bad. So if you could get it for like that price or lower, I would definitely recommend going for it. You won't regret it. But anyway, that pretty much concludes it for this review. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. That really helps out this channel. Thank you guys all so much for watching and for your engagement and everything, if you made it this far into the video, because that is very much appreciated. And as always, stay safe, take care, God bless, stay powered up, and peace out.